What's up, guys? I've been listening to a few different TA people. Somebody had sent me this gentleman, black belt trader, and he does a lot of TA, and I've listened to a few of his videos now, and he's the one who's been talking about the Wyckoff pattern in the spring and some of that stuff too. But one of the things he pointed out in this video coming up, and this is going to raise, I don't know why I didn't think of this. I was looking at it in a lot of different other aspects. Again, I'm not the stock guru when it comes to understanding that kind of stuff, but what he talked about is if you guys will, go look at how many shares are available, potentially borrowed on Ape stock, and how many are there. So he kind of brought this up. You'll see this in this video, and you tell me, I want you to listen, drop your comments, man. Is this just another way that Shorty is going to annihilate and screw us after the reverse split happens? Think about that.
Check Fintel, guys, for Ape. Also, I will refresh this page for you. So then you can see, 10 million shorts available, guys. Every day 10 million shorts. So it is just a matter of time when they will unload them. I don't hope that they unload them after the reverse stock split, guys, because then Ape is AMC. So this is one stock then, and they can take for really low price here, for really low short borrow fees, they can take 10 million shorts every day. And when they unload them, guys, then it will get really ugly next week, guys, after the stock split. Really, really ugly, guys. Yeah. So keep that in mind. Yeah.
All right. Now that you got to listen to that, I know the way it hit me. I'm like, well, that would be only the smart thing to do. You can pick up Ape shares, or there's borrowed Ape shares. They got them on loan, whatever the case may be, at a very low interest. I mean, the cost to borrow or the fees, whatever they're paying, isn't much. And there's a lot more, it looks like, of those available than there really is the real, and call them real, the AMC shares, right? So if they can hold those, and then those are available and those can convert into AMC, does that mean they can dump the crap out of those right after reverse split, or use those and be able to short? I mean, you imagine shorting down from 30 and continuously shorting down when they get down to 20, 15, 10, whatever it may be. That's a lot of money difference in between. And then the interest and the fees they pay on it is way less than they would currently be paying on the real AMC shares. And we already know that mathematically the cost and the fees or whatever is supposed to go way down. The amount of short interest, the amount of shares actually shorted. If we're 132 million shares shorted, how many is that? And how much does Ape play into that? And another thing I looked up is there's 33, based on Fintel, 33 institutions that own Ape shares. There's over 400 that own AMC. So who all owns Ape? I wonder if majority of the billion Ape shares is actually held by retail or outside retail people that got in for the arbitrage play. Is Shorty own those? Who owns those? You know what I mean? Like, what's the whole equation going on there? But anyway, I'm just curious what your thoughts are on what Black Belt Trader had to say, because that was a very interesting thought. Because I do, and I know a lot of people do, they believe that after reverse split, all it does is restart the timeline, and then that's where the annihilation or the potential of the real bad issues are coming into play with them to be able to short that price down. I mean, hell, even AA said, and this is the same thing, they can do whatever on both sides, whether you're reverse split or not, right? That's what he's saying. Well, we already see where they're at. We already see where the cost to borrow, and I think more and more people are starting to agree that they are bleeding. They're sitting in a very bad place with that cost to borrow, everything where it is. That if we could get a delay, or if it could push it out farther, or something could come out, we could see another change, another shoot up, and a lot of pressure put on them. Because I'm starting to believe now that what we saw is kind of these fake outs, man. Maybe that stuff was released to reset it down as fast as possible. Let Ape go down, AMC went up, right? That was 3 weeks prior, and then boom, it switches back. But we didn't see as dramatic on the AMC side with the reduction, or even the Ape. I mean, if it's supposed to convert and there's supposed to be some real arbitrage and some real money to be made, I would have thought it would have gone up by now, a lot higher potentially, and AMC would have pushed down. But we've seen AMC go back up almost $1 or more from when it shot it back down. So some crazy shakeout going on. All I know is I'm hoping and praying that puppy can push back up and continue to push regardless. So drop your comments, guys. Tell me what you think. I just went ahead and looked at the free information from Fintel. You can see 10 million, 10 million, 9 million, 500, 9 million, 400, 9 million, 300, and so on. But 10 million shares available for shorting with Ape. And of course, this from Fintel shows the borrow rate on a daily basis or on the day. So as of 8/18, you can see it has like a 5%, look like a 5% rate most of the time. It's pretty damn cheap. Now we're going over to Stonko Tracker, and we'll look, and you'll see as of August, what is it, August 16th, no available shares, 35,000 AMC. We see this day in, day out. There's very rarely any shares to borrow from AMC. And of course, we know they are paying some high fees, 879.1%. We've seen them get up to 1,000, over 900%. Those are some extremely high fees. But if they can pick up APE at 5%, and if they were able to use that and roll that over once the reverse happens, they could pound the crap out of the new AMC shares.